Hey guys, welcome back to Puffalato, and welcome back to Café Enchanté. I'm so glad that a lot of you guys like this game. It really helps that it's relatively newish, so I'm getting all of the fresh reactions, but it makes me super happy to see you guys comment or like stuff like that, so keep on doing what you do, and let's just get right into it. Okay, we're with Titania and the gang, I guess, and we're in a tree. So, does that mean that she can manipulate plants at will? Canis nods in affirmation.
さあさあ、お客人よ。好きな席に着くといい。それぞれ喉でも潤しながら、おのおのの話を聞かせておくれ。楽しみじゃな。
She makes me nervous. I don't know about you guys, but it's like, I don't know. I think it's just the fact that she's like so nice. Like, I'm waiting for something bad to happen. With her offering, we moved to the seats closest to us. However,
いや、潤しながらっつってもコップの中身空じゃねえか。
a disgruntled Ignis picks up a wooden cup that was placed on the table. But he really did check that it was empty when he picked it up. He flipped it over.
はは、これはつまりあれだ。霞でも食べてろ的な。
そんなわけがあるまい。妖精は基本的に食事をせぬものじゃが、客人に茶を出す文化ぐらいはあるぞ。
If they don't normally eat or drink, I'm really nervous to see what kind of food they're gonna serve. As Titania spoke in a faint smile. Oh.
あら？さっきのお嬢さん。
Oh, it's the bitches from before that tried to shove me off into a waterfall.
さっきはごめんなさい。女王様からたくさん怒られちゃった。
Huh? Oh, it's you two. My body suddenly froze. But watching them bow so sincerely, I felt like I needed to forgive them. Maybe this is just a human sentiment. I'm sorry, too, for not explaining to you what humans are. If we get the chance again, I hope we can do something safe, after we're all done talking here, of course.
わかった。わかったわ。次は何をして遊ぼうかしら。
Oh god, I'm terrified. I've got a bad feeling. Did they really get what I was trying to say? Along with arcs of light, many other fairies came into the room. They take several of the flowers blooming around us in hand and fly towards me.
どうぞ。甘くてとっても美味しいのよ。
I'm supposed to eat the flowers? Oh, they begin to tilt their flowers over and they begin to fill our cups with nectar.
さて、大したもてなしもできぬが、歓迎しよう。
So
異界からのお客人。
we straight up are drinking like dew from the flowers nearby.
妖精界メディオの宴。どうかゆるりと楽しんでいくといい。
The room echoed with laughter of the fairies, and the petals were dancing about. As the petals fall to the floor, they rise up again and continue to move up and down that way as if having minds of their own.
よければおかわりをどうぞ、お嬢さん。ねえねえ、人間界ってどんなところ？暑い？寒い？狭い？広い？
God, this is so overwhelming. We're on Fairy F now, by the way. There's that many. So the human world, it's a fairy banquet. It's something you might see in a fairy tale. But actually being here in one, only words of awe come to mind. You can't help but just be captivated by the glittering fairies, no matter how many times you look at them. I lost track of time, continuing the banquet with fairies flying about as they pleased. After the fairies probed us for a while, the conversation slowed down a bit. I take a sip of my drink. keep talking to them, I guess. I mean, like, I don't know. Isn't it like rude if you're just like, you just quiet? I don't know. I think that's more of a Connus thing, maybe. I don't know if it's rude per se. I think it's just, I feel like Connus is more reserved. Meanwhile, I think Ignis would prefer talking. I don't know. Both of them. Whatever. I'm just gonna continue talking. Thanks to Titania, my negative perception of the world started to change. Maybe I should try to talk more with the fairies while we're here. Though the fairies were happily flying this way and that, so it seemed a bit tricky to get one to stop and chat. One seemed to hold still for a moment. Surveying it around closely, what I saw was...
なあ、お前らって強えのか？
I made the right choice, I guess.
強いって何？
え？そりゃ、なんだ、敵をぶっ飛ばせる力のことで。
敵って何？
敵ってのは、自分に喧嘩売ってくるやつのこと。
喧嘩って何？蜜よりも美味しいもの？
Oh, God. Ignis hangs his head in defeat from his failed conversation with the fairy. Smiling to myself, I walked over to him.
なんなんだあいつら。まるでガキを相手にしてるような気分だったぜ。
Well, Connus did say those small fairies have minds like small children. Maybe they'll be more happy talking about what you do for fun.
なんで微妙に詳しくなってんだ。お前あいつらに殺されかけたんじゃなかったのかよ。
Shh, no one remembers that. Exasperated, Ignis places his empty cup on a table close to him. Hey, where's Mr. Rindo, by the way? I thought he was with you.
ああ、あいつなら撮影会の真っ最中だぞ。
What? A photo shoot? I looked toward the direction Ignis gestured at. Is he like...
面白い！変な糸から変な音が鳴ってる！
Oh, he's taking the photos. I thought that he was the one getting the photos done of him. And I'm like, what?
おお、いいね。もっとこう、くるっと踊るように回ってみて。
It's like bringing a dad to like, I don't know, like, he's like Taurus dad now. He's taking the photos and everything. I wouldn't be surprised if he like squat down to take the photos too.
くるくる！
いや、バッチリだよ。これは開発班の連中が泡吹きそうな記録になりそうだ。
He's having such a good time. I'm sure Mr. Rindo intended to be working diligently, but he just looked like a weirdo. Yeah, he does look kind of weird. We all spent our time just as we wanted, including myself. Oh, in a corner of the hall, I saw Connus leaning against the wall and watching our festivities. Connus, I felt like I haven't seen much of you this past short while. I didn't know you were over here.
ああ、あなたか。宴は楽しめているだろうか。
Yes, very much. The hall is so beautiful, and the nectar from the flowers is so delicious. And I feel like I've been able to let go of my fear of the fairies, bit by bit.
そうか。ならば何よりだ。
Connus seemed to sigh under his helmet. Looking at his hands, he also wasn't holding a wooden cup. Huh? Connus, have you actually been over here this whole time? Oh my god.
我があの場に混じっては空気が悪くなるだろうから。
What does that mean? That's so sad. Come join us. You don't have to stand in the corner just because this is your house. Like, huh? Sour the mood. Sure, Connus wasn't the most talkative type, but he always took part in Enchanté's tea parties. It's not like he doesn't do well with these types of events.
ことね。
What is it? I was so lost in thought that my response was late.
どうやらティターニアがあなたを呼んでいるようだ。話し相手になってはくれまいか。
After his comment, I looked down the hall to see... My eyes locked with hers as Titania sat on the throne of flowers, giving me a gentle smile. She didn't say anything though. I'm allowed to talk to you, Canis. What's wrong?
カヌスと話していたというのにすまぬな。
Yeah, apologize. No, I'm just kidding.
しかし
It's
ど
good
う
that
し
she
ても
apologized.
そなたと二人きりでゆっくりと話してみたかったのじゃ。
As I slowly walk toward her, Titania greets me with a smile like a blossoming flower. I don't know how that... Okay. I don't know how that works, but a bit of a distance away from us. Standing there emotionless was the one who called themselves her chancellor, Venia. That silence is spooky, but first I should talk to Titania, who called me over. I just want to thank you for welcoming us so graciously. I truly appreciate it, and I apologize for not greeting you sooner.
そうかしこまるな。そして最初に言うたであろう。自然な口調で構わぬと。
Alright, bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
あの
That may be a
魔王
little
相
too
手でも
casual.
敬語抜きで話しておるではないか。わしにも同様に接してほしい。
Are you sure? She looks small, but the way Titania expresses herself has a regality to it that's undeniable.
もちろん様付けもいらんぞ。ついでにベンニーヤのことも適当に呼ぶとよい。
I don't
わしが許す。
I don't think Venia's gonna like that. Venia clearly slumped their shoulders, likely hearing what she just said. Okay then, Titania?
うむうむ。やはり同じ女子に親しく呼ばれるのは嬉しいものじゃな。
Lord. Titania nods, satisfied and smiling, and my anxiety had melted away.
カヌスはアンシャンテでうまくやっているかの？
Yes, I was a bit surprised at his appearance when I first met him, but I'm completely used to it by now. He's a very honest and caring person, liked by plenty of other humans.
そっか。ならばよい。淡木宗安といったか。亡くなったというそなたの祖父ともども、アンシャンテには深く感謝しておる。
Gratitude?
うむ。あの店に行くようになってから、カヌスは随分と丸くなったからの。
Calmed himself. Okay.
そなたが継いでからの日常も、こと細かく聞いておるぞ。
Oh, so Candace and her are like good friends. That might be embarrassing. I hope he didn't go into too much detail about all of my failures in particular.
許してやっておくれ。それだけカヌスにとってあの店で過ごす時間は色濃く愛おしいものなのじゃろ。そなたのことを語るときも随分と優しい声色をしておる。
Oh, Candace. I see. I'm still just a half-baked cafe owner. That's the worst joke. But I was proud to continue protecting a place that Candace cherished enough to talk about so much with others.
ことね。少しばかりこちらへ来てはくれぬか。
Okay. I walked with her just as she asked.
そなたたちの大切な場所を、皆に愛されるアンシャンテという場所を、わしにも少しばかり見せておくれ。
You can just come visit. I suddenly realized her small hand was grazing my cheek. Oh God, what is she doing? Oh God, she's eating me. And Titania's face slowly closes in on mine. Am I ruining this story? And with a small bump, our foreheads touch each other. With a bright light and a sweet scent, my consciousness was taken somewhere else completely. Oh God, they went into Café Enchanté and the memories, like, God. There's someone there, sitting in front of Grandpa. A really big person. Someone with real hard-looking clothes on.
そうアンドロ。なんだよ。 エスプレッソが冷めちまうからとっとと飲め。
いや、飲みたいのは山々なのだが、店の奥から視線を感じるのだ。あの柱の陰に隠れている小さな生き物は
Oh my
なんだろうか。
god, this is a
メディオの
memory.
妖精に少々似ているが。
So we really did meet Canis beforehand.
はあ、生き物だ？なんだよ、うちにはネズミなんて。あ、そうか。お前人間の子供を見るのは初めてか。
子供。
い
今度はテーブルの下に隠れてしまったが。
逃げられちまったか。まあお前はその首なし状態と全身の鎧をなんとかしねえとな。あれだ、鎧に合わせてよ、適当に兜でもかぶればいいんじゃねえか。
Oh, he usually doesn't wear a helmet? I didn't realize that.
それこそ騎士っぽいじゃねえか。
兜をかぶることにあまり意義を感じぬのだが、それがこの世界の断りならばそうしよう。
おお。ん？いや、なんか物騒になっただけな気もするが、まあいいだろう、それで。上出来だ。
Grandpa looks like he's having fun. Is that big person having fun too?
ん？どうしたよ。
そうか。あれが人間界の子供。
Oh, he's happy. Look at the little happy lights.
生まれた瞬間から性質も可能性も決められている我ら妖精とは大違いだ。素晴らしいな。あの魂からは無限の可能性を秘めた輝きを感じる。
Is that person Grandpa's customer too?
またこちらを見ている。なあ、その、我は怖くないぞ。
You look terrifying.
ははは。お前は子守に向いてねえな。
Yeah, I have to say hi. In a snap, the world around me changes back. As I blinked my eyes, the image of Titania's gentle smile became clear before me.
ぶしつけにすまぬな。わしとしたことが少々はしゃいでしまったようじゃ。
Huh? Did you do something, Titania? I felt like my mind went blank. It didn't feel like anything really happened, but Titania didn't respond to me.
良い場所なのじゃな。アンシャンテという場所は。
She closed her eyes as she muttered softly, but I noticed. Titania, it's almost like you're a parent worrying about their child.
それはつまり、わしがカヌスの親のようだと？
Right. Well, I suppose if I judged you by your looks, it would be the opposite. Sorry. Was that rude of me to say? Titania laughs, shaking her head.
いいや、気にすることはない。あながち間違ってはおらんからの。わしはすべての妖精を見守る存在じゃ。事実、カヌスが生まれた時から、わしはその生き様を見守ってきた。人間界の親と似たようなものじゃろ。
Wait, so did she give birth to all of the fairies? Because that's insane. I hope not. She's like a queen bee or something. What? You're older than Canis?
妖精に年はあまり関係ないがな。そして、わしが長生きというよりも、カヌスが妖精の中でもかなり若い方なのじゃ。
Just in case y'all forgot, Canis is like 1,000 something, like at least a couple thousand years old, so, huh? So, does that include those small fairies too?
そうさな。すべてではないが、中にはカヌスの倍以上 生きている者もおるじゃろうな。
Bruh, what happened to them? Why are they so dumb? Why is Kana so nice? Like, what a difference. Titania watches me, pleased as I react to every little thing she says. However, all of a sudden, a shade cast upon her adorable smile.
だからこそわしはカヌスのすべてを見てきた。それこそあやつの嘆きも苦しみも。
Titania?
いやすまぬ。昔のことを話していたら少々感傷に浸ってしまってな。ことね。どうかこれからもカヌスをよろしく頼むぞ。
It's so disturbing. What the hell happened?
見えたあやつはいわゆる寂しがり屋というやつじゃからな。
Oh my god. Did you like curse him? Like, okay, I can do that, but Canis really gets lonely?
少々茶目っ気を含めて言うただけであやつが孤独を嫌うのは事実じゃ。叶うならばわしもそばにいてやりたいがわしはここを動けぬ身じゃからな。
Titania speaks in a saddened smile and taps her feet lightly. You mean because of your role here?
であればよかったのじゃが物理的になわしはこの場を動くことができぬ。妖精女王というのはそういうものなのじゃ。
Bruh, that sucks. Imagine if you were just stuck in your house, like for your entire lifetime. Like, I don't even know, like, can she not leave the palace or can she not leave the world? Because if she can't leave the world, then whatever, I guess it's fine. But if she can't leave the palace, you're just stuck in your house, like, just forever quarantine. I asked my question nonchalantly and was surprised by her reply. The queen became one with the throne, bound to it for the rest of her life. Oh my god, she's literally stuck in the chair. No way.
すまんな。余計な話であった。それに、これは名誉なことでもある。
Wait, is she
そなたが
actually...
気にする必要はないのじゃ。
She's not... Wait, hold on. I think she is stuck. I don't know. I can't tell if she's stuck in the chair or not because she's sitting in the chair currently. But does she, like, just float around with the chair? Can she, like, not walk or something? I don't know. Whatever. That's too much lore. Titania smiles. It's true. She doesn't seem necessarily crestfallen by the situation. Hey, Titania, is it okay if I come back? I'll bring some coffee from Enchanté. I'd like you to try some, maybe taste some of Canis's favorites.
もちろんじゃ。いつでも歓迎するぞ、琴音よ。
The queen of the fairy world Medea was far more than the child she appeared to be. She was in fact a dazzling, splendid woman. Who's trapped in a chair. Oh yeah, she's literally trapped in that whole thing. You can see like how they like shifted her back. Like I think she's literally stuck there. Imagine being glued to your desk like chair. Just like, well, this sucks. I continued to talk with Titania. After our conversation ran its course, I returned to where she met me. Huh? Canis isn't here.
カヌスなら会場から出て行きましたよ。おそらくお開きになるまでは戻ってきません。
Vania spoke from behind as they had followed me here. He won't? How come?
不吉だからです。
Oh, rude. What? After expressing my confusion, Vania further explained in a dark, ominous tone.
黒騎士カヌス・エスパーダ、別名を死を告げる妖精。彼はあまたいる妖精の中でただ一人死を司り象徴するもの。あらゆる妖精が恐れる不吉の象徴。故に本来は祝いの席には姿を見せません。
That's awful. I wasn't fully able to take in what they meant, and my mouth was agape. An ill omen? The fairy of death?
でも残念。カヌスエスパーダが来ちゃったわ。とっても怖い妖精。だから続きはまた今度。
What does he do? Does he go around just murdering people? Like, what? I remember the fairies that ran away as Canis arrived. That's right. There was something similar in one of the books Grandpa left. Dillahan, a fairy with the appearance of a headless knight found in Irish folklore. Arriving in a carriage pulled by a headless horse, he leaves only after someone's death. The Dillahan in the book was illustrated so menacingly, although how it differed from Canis, I guess I never really paid attention. So that means he removed himself because other fairies are afraid of him?
ええ、そういうことです。そもそも祝いの席でなくとも、僕や陛下以外に他の妖精とは言葉を交わすことすらないでしょうね。
So literally he's cursed to a life of solitude. That's fantastic. That must mean Canis is completely alone out here in the fairy world he calls home.
見えたやつはいわゆる寂しがり屋というやつじゃからな。
It's like, I feel like we're like hanging out with Satan or something. Like, what's the problem? I remembered my conversation with Titanian just a little while ago. Thinking about how alone Canis always feels, the expression on my face darkens.
会場を出て右方向、螺旋に続く階段を登った先です。
Clearly, just from this, you know that Vania has gone up to talk to him a couple of times. So, because they know exactly where he is, apparently. So, huh?
カヌスの居場所ですよ。僕はそういった気配をたどるのが得意なので、気になるなら好きにしてみればよいかと。
Thank you.
別に。女王陛下もあなたを買っているようですからね。他のみんなには僕から適当に話しておきます。それと時間的にそろそろ足元が滑りますから、せいぜい転ばぬようにしてください。
Oh god, we're gonna fall, aren't we? Well, we're gonna stop right here. God, this is horrible. We learned we learned that we've met Canis before, and we learned that Canis is the fairy of death, aka Dillahan, and he is all alone all the time. It's so sad. Oh, it's so depressing. I feel so bad for him. Whatever. Anyways, next episode, we're gonna go find Canis and we're gonna bring him back to the party. We're gonna bring him back so that he can hang out with all of us and he doesn't have to be alone anymore. Just hugs for Canis. Yep.